Hello and a very warm welcome to the first of hopefully many instructional videos. My name is Marcus, this is Talking About Drums, and we are going to start with the mother of all movements, which is the single stroke roll. If you look at this video, you find two pages attached to it. Page number 1 is called 14 Technical Introductory Movements, and page number 2 is a selection of 12 16th note figures. It says on your paper for bass drum, disregard this for the moment, because we're going to use these two pages and these movements for a very, very long time. When you look at the first movement of the 14 technical movements, it starts with a single stroke roll. The single stroke roll is actually the first and a real official rudiment. These are all born many years ago. They're called rudiments. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Now, the first movement is a single stroke roll. Single stroke roll is good because it engages both your hands and it gives me as the tutor the opportunity to set up your stick technique, your finger technique, your posture. It's very important that you sit properly, that you move properly, and that your sticks are in control. You may remember that I've mentioned the element of rods in the introduction. With rods, you cannot cheat. A rod does not rebound. So whatever I play is actually played. There is no cheating, there is no bouncing. So that makes it much easier for me to play it and for you to watch it. Okay, so let's have a look at the movement number 1, the single stroke roll. It is written with an accent. We're starting without the accent just to get the movement right. You're counting this movement as a 1 E and a 2 E and a. It's written in 16th. Here we go. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E. One more time. 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4. Okay, now keep counting and I'm going to introduce my bass drum to play on the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. My bass drum is now playing the quarters. And we base the accent on the fact that we now know where the 1s, the 2s, the 3s and the 4s are. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is an accent on the 1, 2, 3, 4. And we stop the accents and we go back to the normal single stroke roll and we go for the E. 1, 2, 3, 4. And back to the normal single stroke roll and we go for the end. 1, 2, 3, 4. And back to the normal one and we go for the A. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, we've played a single stroke roll, we've played it without an accent, and we will always fall back to the single stroke roll without the accent, simply to relax, and then we go for the accents. Now, may I have your attention on the second page, on the page with the 12 16th note figures. Figure 1 to 5 is starting with the 4 16th. We've just done that. We've covered that. Now 2, 3, 4 and 5, I take one of those 4 16th away. Figure number 2, the A is missing, which is the 4th. Figure number 3, the E is missing, which is the 2nd. Figure number 4, the end is missing. And of course 5, the actual 1 is missing. What I would like you to do is this. I would like you to play these 4 16th. I would like you to count them. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. I really need you to understand what you do. And then you look at movement number 2 and it'll tell you to play the 1 E and I want you to accentuate the 1 E and whilst playing all 4 of them. Here we go. Here's the example. Okay, this was movement number 2. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to give you the bass drum on the quarters so we know where we are. Movement number 3, 1 E and a, 2 E and a. And back to our normal 16th. Movement number 4, the end is missing. Okay, and movement number 5, the actual 1 is missing. Okay, we keep going and we look at movement number 6. The first 2 of those 4 are accentuated. Here we go. Movement number 7. The second and the third of those 4 are accentuated. 1, 2, 3, 4. Movement number 8, the last two. 1, 2, 3, 4. Movement number 9, the first and the last of those 4. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Movement number 10 is the E and the A. That is entirely in your left hand. Here you go. Okay. Now we fall back to the normal single stroke roll, no accent. Movement 11 and 12. 11 emphasizes just the E. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And back to the normal one. And movement number 12 is just the A. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. Now you've played a single stroke roll. You've singled out each and every single one of those 4/16, the E and the end and the A. And then you've accentuated 3 of those 4, 2 of those 4, and the last one obviously would be accent on the 1, accent on the end, which we've covered with a single stroke roll. Movement 11 and 12 is the E and the A. That is the basic introduction. Can I please remind you of one very important thing, as I've mentioned in the introduction? I cannot control your hand motion. I don't see you. You have to do the controlling. If you realize that if you play a 16th figure and all of a sudden your hands keep turning, all of a sudden you start slouching, all of a sudden your one shoulder goes up, all of a sudden you can hear the difference. This is all wrong. When in doubt, either go to your teacher or send me an email, but do not continue to play a wrong movement, because there is impact, and impact will do damage. The next video is going to be to take this single stroke roll and turn it into a groove. This is what we're going to do. What we're going to do is, if you want to prepare yourself, we're going to play a 16th note figure, single stroke roll, and we take our right hand over to the hi-hat, and we take our bass drum in, and the next one is on the next volume. It was a great pleasure. Go practice. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye.